Hey there everyone, friendly Neighborhood Webhead here, and today I want to talk to you all about an anime that has often been overlooked, and surprisingly enough, it's part of a property that is beloved around the entire world, and it's one that has been world famous, for quite some time now, for over 30 years to be exact. And we're talking about Dragon Ball. But yes, you may be wondering, but we do know Dragon Ball Z. But what I'm talking about actually is the original Dragon Ball, the series that was the precursor to Dragon Ball Z. And I want to get into a little bit of, discussion regarding the anime because I recently finished it, and I honestly don't know why so many people overlook this anime and so many people hate on it. Anyways, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So for those who have always been curious, you can be able to have an incentive to watch Dragon Ball. So then, let's get down to it. So then, to make the long story short, Dragon Ball revolves around a little boy named Goku, who lives alone up high in a mountain in a small house, and he is one day found by Bulma, who is searching for Dragon Balls, because Dragon Balls are legendary items which, when gathered together, can be able to fulfill any wish, because the Dragon Balls summon the mighty dragon Shenron. And basically that's the basic premise. And many people would arguably say, but we already know this. But the thing you don't know is that this anime basically is an adventure type of anime. Like, I remember seeing Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid, like seeing a few episodes, and I remember that a lot of it was focused on the fights. But in comparison to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball is more of an adventure type anime. It's an anime that when you look at it, it kind of brings to mind an old school RPG game in terms of its structure and its story and the way Goku meets with characters little by little. And honestly, as I watched the episodes, I really did not understand why people would be so quick to dismiss this part of the Dragon Ball canon, because many people are quick to start with Z, but they completely overlook Dragon Ball as a whole. Well, I am here to tell you that you should not do that. I mean, obviously you're free to do whatever you want, but if you're going to start Dragon Ball, you should start it from the very beginning, with the series that began the phenomenon of the most beloved anime series worldwide. So before you dismiss it, just give it a shot, because it actually has some really great characters, really great character interactions, a really great story, awesome funny moments, and different locales. That's something that I also noticed, that you get to see a lot of different locales throughout the show. And there are a total of 3 martial arts tournaments in the entire show. Because yes, while it is an adventure anime, it does also have the famous fights that Dragon Ball is known for. And like, for those people who are wondering, yes, it does have fight scenes, and it does have really awesome battles. And it even has like the first encounter with King Piccolo. And this anime, it has this sense of adventure to it that is just really fun and really addicting. And here, you basically get an introduction to a good many characters that appear in Dragon Ball Z, such as Master Roshi, Bulma, Tien Shinhan, Shiatsu, Puar, and also Oolong, and a fan favorite, Launch, who sadly did not make it into the other Dragon Ball series, with the exception of a few, like cameo appearances here and there, or so I've heard. And, well, basically, these characters have a more important role in this anime, because in Dragon Ball Z, they're kind of like put aside for a good majority of the series. Like, they're only relevant like in the Saiyan arc, and then after that, it's just like that they have less of an importance, except for Piccolo, who actually manages to, have a great importance in Z for a good long while. But yes, my main point here is that you get to see all these character interactions, like with Yamcha. Like, Yamcha's a character that I didn't know much of when I started Dragon Ball Z, but in Dragon Ball we're introduced to him early on, and he's a character that's prevalent throughout the series, and I really like his character, as is the case with Yamcha. And they actually have, like, really great stories to them, and, it's really enjoyable to see Goku interacting with these people. And we get to see him as a little kid, and how he grew to be into the hero that we know and love him to be, and it's a journey that you definitely should not miss. I watched this anime in its English dub, and I can say for sure that this is what you would come to expect from a Dragon Ball anime. The voice acting is top notch, and there are a lot of recognizable voice actors. Chief among them, the one that I heard most, that I recognized the most, was Christopher Sabat, and also Sean Schemmel comes into play, but more so towards the end of the anime. And really, there's just a lot of good voice work for the characters, and overall, it's quite an enjoyable experience. So, I watched this anime, which was 153 episodes long, and I enjoyed every second of it. I enjoyed every turn, I enjoyed every battle, I enjoyed every comedic moment, and I enjoyed seeing Goku grow from a little boy into a teenager into a full-fledged man. And, seeing this journey, and now I currently started to watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, and it just really feels surreal to have watched Dragon Ball and now watch Dragon Ball Z. Just in the first episode, I already saw 2 or 3 little Easter eggs regarding to the original Dragon Ball. So you can have more of an appreciation for Dragon Ball Z when you watch Dragon Ball, because you notice little things that you may not have noticed if you just started with plain Z, if you catch my drift. And it's pretty surprising how overlooked this anime is, because Dragon Ball Z is obviously the most talked about entry in the franchise, and even GT, which garners a lot of hate, is also talked about often, and Super, which is the latest series, has obviously been talked about because of the whole Tournament of Power arc, and overall because it's the most recent Dragon Ball anime and everyone's been in on the craze. But the original Dragon Ball, it is rare that I find someone who knows about that anime, or someone who has actually seen it. So, for those of you who are wondering, or who have been, curious about giving the original Dragon Ball a try, I urge you to do so, because I guarantee that you'll be in for a fun, whimsical ride into Akira Toriyama's first venture into the Dragon Ball universe. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy what's in store. I guarantee it. I'm pretty sure that you'll leave watching Dragon Ball with a big grin on your face, because you'll be like, dang, I'm ready for the next adventure. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Dragon Ball. So, if you have a chance to watch it, don't miss it, because I guarantee that you'll actually really enjoy it. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. I wanted to talk about that a little bit because, as someone who is planning to watch all of Dragon Ball, the series, and since I finished the first Dragon Ball, I wanted to let you all know out there that it is an anime worthy of watching. It is a really good anime that you'll all enjoy. But anyways, if there are any who are watching this video that have actually seen the original Dragon Ball, tell me, what were your favorite moments? What were your favorite arcs? And who were your favorite characters in the anime? Whatever thoughts any of you have, just let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe. Anyways, this has been Friendly Neighborhood Webhead, signing out.